Oh, hi, it's Der. And as you can see, we're not in-game for once. Yes, we have jumped back to desktop mode because it is the 15-year anniversary of DCS, or DCS World even for that matter. Or somewhat, or something, I'm not quite sure. But, yeah, DCS regardless has changed its Steam page, unlike some other people. Unlike some other people who should not be named, but will name them, not like them. It is not DCS World Tour or whatnot. It's... Oh, it's just DCS now. That's fair. That is fair. But for the 15th anniversary or whatnot, no, it's been a while. It's been a while since the actual 15th anniversary, but I don't know why they changed it now. They changed everything now. But it's changed, and it's now. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this only happened in a little bit. Yeah, it's not the 10th anniversary, 15th anniversary of DCS World, but geez, but it's been a while for it's the 15th anniversary for DCS. And yeah, what are you? Are you DCS World Steam Edition or are you DCS? Yes. But I actually really like what they did with the place. I remember when we first started this series, how one of my first complaints about DCS, what is now called DCS, is the fact that it was pretending to be a free-to-play game. But like all these aircraft you can fly, all of them are paid things you just add onto the sim, or add into the sim that you can play against each other. But now it is just or is it just this digital combat simulator world? Yes. But now they actually admit you can only really fly 2 aircraft for free. Yes, there are mods. Actually, you can fly 2 aircraft for free, and there are mods like VSN F4, my favorite standalone mod, and so many now. It's one of the so many now. But A4, of course, the original, one of the original standalone mods, and one of the best ones. Like you have so many standalone modules that honestly, it would kind of be pretty cool if ED actually added them into the game just as, just a cool thing you can add to the game if you want to have some mods too. I mean, if you just want to have some of the best free mods, like, and just the game for this update would be really nice of them if the developers would want that. Of course, they wouldn't stop developing a mod. Mod development would be separate. You would like DCS will only update them every so often. But no, like DCS World is way more free to play than it's always been, even though there are hundreds of dollars worth of content. Even on sale. How much is it on sale? $2,000. Jeez. Over $2,000 of DLC, which I never recommend getting. The campaigns, you can just build missions yourself. So it's a campaign that really caught your attention. Instead, I would invest solely on maps and planes. Which I just did. Yeah. Instead of getting anything on the sale, how do I say this? You get up here. Oh man, what have I done? I mean, I said I would do it, so it's not a surprise. But oh man, what have I done? What have I done? If we would ever get there. Yes! Oh yes! One of the reasons why I'm making the video today, well, actually, the primary reason why I'm making this video today is because the F4 Phantom E, that needs to be mentioned to E, so the VSN mods are still very much in this. Not like it matters, like if you're not going to buy this, which I don't recommend you buy it, maybe on sale like it is now. Maybe get it with a T-shirt if as something as a little extra, like pretend the T-shirt's $20 and get it with the T-shirt. But man, oh man, oh man, is the Phantom coming? They said winter. They said winter, either 2023 or 2024. I'm not quite sure which winter they mean, but they did say winter. There's the trailer. I'll link in the description probably. And yeah, Heatblur, to people who never miss, the Wigan is good, and so is the Tomcat. Although the Tomcat has some weird stall at the limit issues, or stall at and beyond the limit issues. Technically, for stalling, you're beyond the limit. You're beyond the envelope. But yeah, no, Heatblur's finally coming out with is finally bringing us the Phantom. At least allowing us to pay money for the Phantom. And oh man, not only it looks really, really nice. We have no idea how it flies, of course. Aside from the content creators that got hands on it, they are just calling it F4E Phantom. However, its official name is F4. That's a bit misleading. It should have F4E because it's not the F4J. It's not like it's not the A. It's not the B. It's not the non-dominational F4. It's the E, which is the one that gets in most games. So you're most familiar with it. It's the one with an internal gun. It's the last U.S. Air Force F4. So it has the Agile Eagle modification, I believe. Which means forward slides come out and allow you to turn better. Or goodier, probably even. Jester is now Jester is still here. Apparently Jester is part of the apparently in the DCS timeline, the U.S. military is doing this whole cross-pollinating thing, just allowing people to experience different facets of the military, except with one job. That's I know it's a bit crazy, but one job. You keep wearing one job, but you switch between different facets of the military. To be fair, you can do that. Just to probably just switch services, because you can do that. I think my story's funnier though. But anyways, it's Jester. He returns, and his 2.0 self, which will be coming to the Tomcat and the future modules like the Crusader, which I do want. I'm scared about the Eurofighter, as much as I do want it because it was my favorite aircraft in Ace Combat 3, which is my favorite flying game /sim. There's a reason. Oh man, is there a reason? And you can't buy any of the stuff separate. You have to buy it with the game. You have to buy it with the code, which they do give it the code right away. I believe it's the Steam code. Mr. Bingbot, also you know him as ChatGPT or Bing AI. He believes that he believes the code is good for Steam. It probably is good for both DCS and Steam. I don't know. But I'm going to the assumption it's good for both. It's not got issues. But they did give you the code right away. It's just, you can't put it in for some reason. I'm not quite sure why you can't put it in. I tried. You can't. Steam comes up with an error. And he knows it's a product code. It doesn't know why it doesn't work. I don't know why it doesn't work because, for example, whenever you pre-order a thing on Steam, you just can't download it until it's activated. When you get a code from a developer as press or some special event or whatever, or being a playtester, it works even though the game's not activated yet. So I'm not quite sure what's wrong with this. Also, if you get a code and the game's defunct, as in the game's no longer able to be bought, it still works. So I'm not quite sure why they're holding back the copies of the game from being downloaded on Steam. Or not being downloaded, makes sense. But holding copies of the module from being sold on Steam. It's a bit weird. Also, only shirts and vinyls. Interesting choice because shirts I understand because they're cheap and easy to get. Like if the one thing you want to go with their game as just any level developer is a shirt, or is you want some merchandise to go with their game or channel or whatever, a shirt, you can get a shirt anywhere. You can get a custom shirt anywhere and sell them on print on demand, or have it in the warehouse somewhere, being sold by the shirt people in the warehouse, or being warehoused at wherever your warehouse is, even if that is the room where you record your videos. Also, they got vinyl! Yes, they got limited edition vinyl, which I don't collect vinyls. I just don't. I'm not quite sure why. I can always get a vinyl player if I wanted to, but I just don't collect vinyls. I would rather it be a CD. I don't know what's wrong with me. I just don't. Well, I know why I didn't get it this time. Also, you can get one plane or two plane. I'm pretty sure it's one or two plane. Yes, it's one or two plane. So you can partner up with someone. It's kind of stupid that it's really. I mean, this again. Here's another point. It's really, really stupid that if you want to be a Wizzo in the F4 E by Heatblur, you have to buy the plane. That's really, really, really stupid. I don't see a reason why you would need to have to buy the plane in order to be the Wizzo. No, I don't see one. I really don't, because it should just work. Even if it puts you externally, because you don't have the details for the interior. Even if it puts you externally in part of the client, why doesn't it do that? There's some default Wizzo screen in DCS world, or DCS, or whatever we're calling it. Why need two copies? That seems a little silly. Especially if you want to onboard someone into DCS, and they're most interested in the F4 or the Tomcat or the Huey or all these things are multi-crew. Why not let them be multi-crew in some either limited capacity or in the same capacity? Like their client is running off of the detail of the detail on your client. Their client is running off the detail on your client, which again doesn't matter because DCS World knows that data. Because if they were in any other plane, let's say they were in they were in the Trainer Mustang, or they were in the 84, for example, they could just look into the interior or be in first-person perspective with the replay. I'm pretty sure. So there is no issue why force people to buy extra copies of the plane. I would understand if the plane was cheap. Oh no, don't be a spoiler. To my main gripe. Vinyls, they're really, really cool with shower CDs. And then you have the shirts, they're really, really cool and actually have a good price, $10. But I wish they were with the price of the game, especially at this price. I would have bought them if I would have got the shirt edition if it came with the game. But they're all really nice. Actually, I would have bought the shirts regardless. They're really good shirts for a really good price. I would have bought a bundle of them if you sold them separately, but oh well. But you don't. As you can see, this is what I paid for, taxes included. Yes, you have to pay wherever Heatblur is tax. I don't know. They're in Germany and they pay 50% tax, or are they in the UK and pay 50% tax? I don't know. Apparently, we're paying 50% tax in Ireland, Florida, and we pay 7% tax. Thank you very much. So it really should be around $50 or even $40 for me. It wasn't. Again, whose tax? Heatblur, whose tax? But anyway, you also got, and limited gives you a shirt. Okay, you can't buy the shirt separately. There's no version option or no game option, and you can just hit a shirt. Yeah, of course. They do have extra large, which is my size, which is really nice, but oh well. And again, the shirts are really nice, and of course, collectors get you the vinyl, but it's the price of the full release game. Or full release module, which actually isn't too bad, even if the module should be cheaper. This being more... Actually, that isn't too bad, even if the module should be cheaper. But yeah, as you notice, the price of the module is $80. Yes. I know what they said in the trailer. I know like they went all out on this. And then you get their money back. And it's in each product and everything. But bruh, why do you think you should be charging more for your plane than for Halo Infinite's campaign? Halo Infinite is a quadruple A game. It cost Microsoft an unholy amount of money to make. And it's free to play, and most people don't have to pay for it, as the game's free to play. The campaign's only for people who want to experience single player. Not even that. The campaign's only for people who want to experience the story of Halo Infinite. Or another chapter in Musty's story. Whereas, you can play single player and free to play. You can. I do it all the time. You just will be against bots in multiplayer arenas. You can do that. This doesn't even let this doesn't even let you be this doesn't even let you be Wizzo for free. You have to pay $80 to set it up to be a backseater. The heck is that? Yes, and also if you're not keeping track, 59. Yes, it is $20 savings. It's now costing as much as a AAA game, or as much as Mario Wonder, Super Mario Wonder, which I don't think Super Mario Wonder is worth it, even though it's 2D or 2.5D. It costs as much as Super Mario Wonder. Look at this. The F15E, which again is still too expensive, is $10 more. And is out already, and is essentially the early access price. And I don't know if the $80 is the early access price, which, oh man, will this be $100 plane whenever it releases? Or is that the full release price? I don't know. The F-18C, by far most people's favorite, by far the most popular plane in DCS right now, is $55.99, along with the Tomcat, is $59.99. This is more expensive than both of them. I bet both of them are older. That's true. And this is more everything. But yeah. I don't know why the 10C is so cheap, but anyway. But yeah, no, the pricing's absurd. I actually might make this a stand-up video, now that I think about it. Because we have been going on for a while. But the pricing's absurd. Like, what? Who do they think they are charging tax? Like, what tax is that? And imagine coming from a state that doesn't charge, the tax that you'll be paying with this. The F are you doing? Why am I paying for your taxes? I mean, I'm paying for your taxes already by the fact that you're charging money for a product. But anyway, like, this is just absurd. Like, unless you absolutely must have... No. Like, the only reason to get this, outside being a YouTuber, which I am, outside of loving that F4E to death, like I'm a YouTuber, so I will compare this to the one in Microsoft Flight Sim, and one day to the one in War Thunder, and Ace Combat 7. So I will be comparing this to all those. Which, remember, the one in Ace Combat 7 is $9. The one in the one in Microsoft Flight Sim, $30. I bid for the pre-order's price, and it's the same price as the one in War Thunder. However, I do think all of them are too expensive. Except the one in Ace Combat, $9 seems like a bargain for this, for a thing I'll be using for the same thing. Although technically this does more simulation functions. It is more simulatory and hasn't had more work put into it. But yeah. If I wasn't going to compare this to literally everything else, I probably wouldn't have bought this on day one. I just bought this straight up. It's not worth it. It just flat out isn't. Like, what are they thinking? What would I charge for it? I would charge $50, and also it makes no sense with the rest of the DCS planes. Why are you paying the same price for an F-18C a whole generation later that's still in service in the U.S. Air Force? Kind of. Why are you charging the same price for the F4 Phantom as the F-18C? Why? Yes, I know you put more work into it than he did. That's kind of rude of saying, but that's not even true. Like, why? Why are you charging the same price as an F-18C? Especially when we had an unspoken rule in DCS before that different generations of aircraft cost different prices. So what's next? Someone's going to put in the P-47 or the P-40, and that's going to be $100 because we made it extra detailed. And what's next? Someone puts in a They've been using aircraft for a really long time. Someone puts in an F-22, that's old. Or an Aardvark. Someone puts in an Aardvark, that's $100. It does more than the Phantom does. It's newer than the Phantom. It should be $100. Why not? Why not the even better example, the F-117 Nighthawk? Why wouldn't that be $100? It's stealthy. ED can add it. We know everything about it at this point. Why not? Well, I didn't know it was stealth. Again, I know it was stealth through leaks, but anyway. Through public leaks are now declassified because they're public. Because thanks, War Thunder. Like, what? And then it's simple stealth. It's simple stealth. DCS doesn't use a complex stealth model like other games. It uses a very simple one. It's literally one value that goes from 1% to 0. Why can't you add the F-111 for $100? It'll give you it will be pay to win. Because you're stealthy, the other people are not. But, yeah. That's a good question. Why is not being developed for DCS? Yes, it only carries 2 bombs. Yes, it only carries bombs. And only 2 of them. Yes, it's really hard to see out of. But like it has a capability that literally anything else has. Like, it makes more sense to be put into the sim than the F-15E does, because the F-15E is kind of replaced by is kind of made obsolete by the F-16, the F-16C, and the F-8 and the F-18 and the F-18C. The F-15E, as much as I adore it, is only really in service because it's freaking them but more, and it's a 15 and the F-15. Like, not only can you carry more stuff, it's also an F-15. So yeah, like, why? Why? Yes, they bought it, but why? I don't think you should. Especially the majority of my audience being poor. Why should I recommend this to my audience? What does this have that you cannot get out of any other planes on sale for less money right now? Or free planes like the VSN F-14. What will this have that the VSN F-14 does not? Well, what is this? Why is the Apache more expensive than F-18C? That's stupid. It's cheaper normally, but it's more expensive now. But yeah, I mean, like, if you're watching this video and you want to get into DCS really badly, and you don't want to be a peasant with the free mods, or at least you want to have at least one paid mod to get back to the game, I would say get either the Tomcat, the F-18C, and you want something like the F4. Get the F-16C if you want something lying fast. The Tomcat if you want essentially an F4 but better. An F-18C if you like vanilla. The Thunder if you like Chinese. The Warthog if you like murdering dudes having a smoke in the middle of a war zone. Or preferably not on your team. I mean, there are a lot of planes in this game now for less money. I kind of do. I mean, what they should have done if they weren't greedy. Because you know, this last sale, the Tomcat, well, DP discounted, it usually isn't. That's why I bought it on the last sale, because it's the best sale for the Tomcat I've seen. Actually, what is the Tomcat right now? I did not perceive that. I did not perceive that. What is the Tomcat right now? What is the Wigan? Tomcat. Looks like I've seen prices up to 18C. Nearly as good price as what I got it for on the last sale, because that was like the apocalypse sale that never going to get a sale like that. And of course, you got Flaming Eclipse aircraft, which are always good deals. I think the Ace Combat aircraft the Ace Combat F4 Phantom is probably your best bet if you want a Phantom in the flight sim. Or in a flight game / sim, and you really don't care about anything else, you just want to fly a Phantom, get it in Ace Combat 7. I hope people will start playing it. If not, get it with your friends, play single player. There's a lot of things to do in Ace Combat 7, even if you can't play multiplayer and get wrecked by everyone who play it non-stop every single day. But yeah, like, honestly, what does this do that the Microsoft Flight Sim F4 Phantom doesn't do? It has missiles, but so does the War Thunder F4 Phantom. If you take out the which is the only reason why this is kind of special. What does this have that Ace Combat one doesn't have? It has more fidelity than all of them combined. But like, does it really matter that you fly one time, you do a sortie one time? And when your gear goes a nanosecond slower than the other gear because one of the actuators got a tiny less oil than it should have. Or maybe that oil kind of ran off a little bit in your last maneuver. And like one of your flaps is slightly slower to actuate because some of the oil drained in an odd way in your last maneuver because you're a maniac. Like stuff like that. Like they were really pumping this up. They were really pumping stuff like that up in the trailer. They said nothing about the flight performance. They said nothing about the weapon. Well, they said two things about the weapon systems. And they pumped up the revenue fidelity, which, if you're into DCS, yes, that's a selling point. It might be the most high fidelity aircraft of DCS. It's to be determined. But this may be the most high fidelity aircraft in DCS. And that says some. But like, in the grand scheme of things, how's it different? How is it $70 more better? Assuming you didn't get the pre-order bonus for Days Gone by 7 as a pre-order bonus, or you didn't get it on sale. How is it $70 better? An actual gameplay, an actual being in the sim. Like, if you want to do formation stuff, if you want to do big going out on missions, you can't do that, and you can't do that in Microsoft Flight Sim. You can do other missions that you can't do in DCS, such as cross-Atlantic, even cross-Pacific transits. You can't do that in DCS. You can't do that in DCS without simulating it. By just flying around the same map or switching maps. Switching to Microsoft Flight Sim. Like, there are stuff in Microsoft Flight Sim you can do that you just can't in DCS. And a lot of the mundane stuff that DCS servers love, you can do in Microsoft Flight Sim. But what DCS World really is different is the fact that that's different than any sim that has existed before or is available now. It is the ability to make really complex multiplayer missions, and also like the mission editor is something beyond belief. It's so good. It's not so good, it's so powerful. It's not the best mission editor I've ever used, but it's the most powerful one by far. And of course, being able to do random nonsense in single player with random planes. Like, I mean, yes, you can do it in War Thunder to an extent. I haven't figured it out yet, but yeah. Essentially, the mission editor is all powerful in the realm of flight gaming and simming. But yeah, but when it comes out, we'll do our YouTube stuff and compare it. And also, I really want this in DCS World because Phantom is by far the aircraft that suits me the best. It just does. I have no idea why. Of all the aircraft that I've ever tried, in video games of course, the Phantom is by far my favorite and by far the one that suits me best. I have no idea why. It's so stupid, but it works. It just works. But anyways, that'll be our first video. Thanks for watching. Appreciate watching this video. It means a lot to me. And also, yeah, thanks for watching and all. And in the next episode of DCS, I'll go and mess around with that 15E and also mess around with the new 2.9 update. Alright, that's it for you. Thanks for watching. Appreciate watching this video. I really appreciate watching this video. Really means a lot to me. Also means a lot to me. Check out stuff in the description below, such as various sports channels, of course, various sports channels watching these videos, and each content produced by sharing friends, friends, and stuff. Alright, that is Phil. Thanks for watching, and I guess see you in a second.